Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, I've got most of my figs out. I've got a couple of Ashia Blacks and some other figs in the lean-to still. They've got figs on them, and keep them in the lean-to for a good reason. I have a Zingarella that I brought out, and it had 2 figs on it, and the most mature one, I said, gee, you know, I better bring that Zingarella back in. And sure enough, I didn't, and the next day, just out of spite, it was snapped off at the stem. Wasn't even like any bite marks on the fig itself, it just was broken off and left on next to the pot. So I think it was the chipmunk, which their days are numbered. And so this is probably the best transition that I've done. I did bring them into the cellar for a short period of time when we had some really single-digit temperatures for a couple of days, and some of the figs, I was too lazy. I thought maybe they would survive in the lean-to, but it was too cold. So, seeing if there's any life left in these. This is Montreuil's, which I don't know. It looks like the tips maybe have just died. We'll see what happens. And this is the Encanto Farms Ashia Black, which might have died completely. We'll see. But the other figs, they're starting to get that waxy look to the leaves, that shiny, waxy look. And it doesn't look like, well, there, I spoke too soon. Well, that's the underside because of the way the wind is blowing that. For the most part, though, it doesn't look like there's any sunburn. After I put these out, we had some overcast days, filtered sun, so I didn't transition them. So I thought maybe they would burn, but they were in the lean-to. So I had them in the cellar, and then as soon as we got out of the single temperature, and it looks like the buds were starting to swell, put them back in the lean-to. And that put them back into dormancy or slowed down the figs waking up. So yeah, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be suffering any significant sunburn from just getting these outside from the lean-to. Oh, there's another one. This Violet de Bardot is for UC Davis. Looks like that's died down to the roots, maybe. I know this had a lot of figs on it, but they were late in the season and just suffered a lot of damage from fruit flies. They were all infected. So I just cleaned up the raised bed over there. I've got some Oregon giant snow peas I want to put in. I had a scramble. Put some chicken wire around here again because of the rabbits. And germination wasn't that great, but I'll take what I have there and put it along that fence. And I think it's supposed to get some rain coming up, so that'd be good. Yeah, so I have a couple of the smaller figs here, still in the lean-to. But here I have an Ashia Black, UC Davis Ashia Black, with some Brava figs on it. But they're kind of deformed. Not too many on this one. Oh, there's one on the back there. If you can see that. And here's another UC Davis Ashia Black with some larger figs on it. The one that was on the Zingarella was about this big. Got knocked off. Yeah, they're looking a little deformed here on the Ashia Black. I mean, the leaves look pretty good. You can see some signs there of the fig mosaic virus. but not too deformed. A little small. And some of the tomatoes and peppers. I've got true leaves on the tomatoes. These are brandy wine. I did take some. I found I had some of these peat pots in the cellar. Put them to use. The only thing is with those, they sort of dry out. You know, the peat just wicks out the moisture. For the most part, looks like, except for the one there, that they transition pretty good. So I need to start separating these. These are cherry tomatoes here. Now here is the Ponta Tressa fig tree that everyone was seeking or sought after. What was it, 2015 or 2016? I don't know if anyone's talking about it anymore, but I still have this one. Maybe I should do an air layer. Just Googled real quick. I didn't really see any updated. Only ones I saw were in relation to YouTube videos that I released on this fig tree. But still have it. Don't know if it produces a good fig for me yet. Maybe this year. We'll see. It's a bit old. I have to change it out of this bucket here. Just squeezed into this. Needs to get into a larger diameter pot. Still have the Korean Evodia trees. Have some more here. Not exactly straight. But for now, let me get these snow peas in the ground. I think I'll plant some of the seeds I have on the other side of the fence here. While I'm at it, because I liked them so much last year, I'm going to put in these carrots. This is an heirloom Douchin Nantes Supreme, or Nance, whatever. Short and sweet. And then some radishes. And just water this in. Just cleaning up this bed here and came across a lettuce. Hopefully haven't disturbed it too much, and just put this back in the ground. I've got a lot of dill in this bed too, but I've got some over in the corner there I can salvage. Might as well take some of these brandywine tomatoes that I have, one per cell, put them right in the garden, right in the raised bed here. So I got a couple of things accomplished today. Cleaned up these 2 raised beds. I was just going to do the one here and get the Oregon giant snow peas in that I had germinated inside the lean-to. I decided to do the second bed also. Yeah, I put some extra seeds in. Those are from seeds from last year. I didn't have a good germination rate. Put like 3 in each cell and maybe got 1 plant per cell. So I put the carrots, 2 varieties of carrots in too, and also carrots on the other side. And I noticed a couple of spears of asparagus that came up. I forgot I had asparagus. Don't recall putting it back in the ground right there, but didn't cut them because there was only 2 spears, left that in. I don't know what variety that is. But yeah, I have this bed all cleaned up. And then the second bed here, I have radishes I put in right there, and decided to put in a couple of tomato plants. Got 2 brandywine there that was 1 per cell, so didn't have to stress them at all by separating some other plants or cutting off some other plants. And that there is Sweet 100. It's a cherry tomato. Not looking too good, but hopefully it'll recover. Really didn't stress it too much. And there's room to put some other... I've got some tomato seeds. I was surprised they were pretty old and they germinated. I have an indigo rose and also Japanese black trifle, I think. They were pretty old seeds, and I was surprised that I had some germination with those. So I'll have to... there's one cell that just has a bunch of plants in it I have to separate. But yep, made some progress today with these 2 raised beds and planting some vegetables. So this is New England Gardening. Thanks for watching.